When it comes to Japanese aftermarket wheels in today's world, there's one company that really does stand out quite a bit, and that of course is Work Wheels. They continue to make just the highest quality single piece and multi-piece forged and rotary forged wheels out there, and today we're going to be taking a look at one of their multi-piece forged options, which of course is the Work CR Emotion. So if you haven't done so already, make sure to check out wheels and performance parts and tires and suspension and pretty much anything else you can imagine over at martiniworks.com. That's how we're able to do what we do and show you guys firsthand the products that you guys and gals are picking up for yourselves, which I think is pretty freaking cool. So let's go ahead and get this beautiful wheel unboxed and take a look at it for the first time. So I'm not gonna lie, so a lot of times we've unboxed quite a few Japanese wheels on this channel already. This has to be probably the most amount of packaging that I've seen come from Work Wheels. Typically, they just don't pack, it's like one piece of cardboard and maybe a piece of plastic. They got like, this is like when you order a pizza.
That's the multi-piece special.
Yeah, this is how you know you got expensive wheels. This is like when you order like a pizza from a nice pizza place and they put the little like plastic things so the box doesn't droop. These are a customer's wheels. I'm going to be very nice to them, but we are gonna go ahead and get this out. This is a big old wheel. This is a 19 by 11 CR three-piece wheel, and I'm really excited to take a look at it. Looks like we also added some center caps, so shout out to Angel who's putting these wheels on his Nissan 370Z Nismo. We're gonna have to pop open one of those center caps as well in just a second, but I wanna take a look at this wheel first, get all of this plastic off of here. I'm gonna try to keep this as nice as I can, but this is like a cellophane wrap on here, so we're gonna try to do this nicely. Dakota, I'm gonna try. Yes, these are gonna go insane. All right, here we go. The big reveal. Dude, these are good. So here we have a 19 by 11. I think it's like +5 or so. It's a really low offset on this. Yeah, +5 on there. So this is the three-piece version. You can get this design if you're familiar with like the CR Kiwami. It's like the single piece rotary forged or flow form variant. They have the CR two-piece, which is a two-piece welded variant. And then of course you have the big granddaddy of them all, which is the Work CR three-piece. Now you can tell we got our lip here, we got the barrel back here, we got the face of it that is bolted in, and then we do have like our seam here that makes sure that we're not going to have any leaks or anything like that. The seam looks really, really nice. Obviously you're not really going to have to worry about much quality issues coming from Work. They've been doing it for a long time and they've been doing it really, really well. Now this is the matte gun metal finish. This is one of the standard finishes that they offer in this lineup of wheels. And you can get custom finishes, but that's going to like raise your lead time by a ton. But if you're already getting some sort of crazy spec that's maybe a little out of the realm of things, you're going to be waiting a little bit either way. If you want to get a cool finish, you can definitely go with that. But this is one of those standard finishes that you're going to be able to get a little bit sooner than if you were to go with something a little more custom. So I lied on the offset. These are a +3 offset, not a +5. I was looking at the wrong part of the box, but still, we are getting quite the aggressive wheel here. So this is what is known as the A disc for this wheel. Now this is for the rear, it's the 19 by 11. For the front, the customer went with what's known as the R disc. Now the A disc is typically the standard disc that you get with Work Wheels. Now what I mean by disc is basically the profile of the actual face of the wheel. They have 3 options, A, R, and O. A being the standard, you're gonna get some concavity out of it. It's gonna allow for like standard brake clearance, things like that. R is going to allow for the most amount of brake clearance. Sometimes you get a little more of a flatter face, pushes the face out a little bit more so you can get, you know, clearance for like any big calipers or anything that you might have. That's what they went with for the front. It is a staggered setup, but we're taking a look at the rear right now. And then O disc being the actual like deepest wheel that you can get. It's going to give you the most amount of lip, but it's not going to clear many big brakes. So kind of the name of the game that you got to play with when it comes to the disc type when it comes to Work Wheels. This is an absolutely beautiful wheel from Work. As you can see, the lip style on this, they offer 2 different lip styles. This is the full reverse lip, so it's going to be that flat kind of standard looking lip for it. You can also get this in a reverse step lip as well. That is also an option in certain sizes. Now, unfortunately, it's a common trend with most Japanese wheel brands of today that they just don't include center caps. Why do we have 8 center caps? Nope, there's a black and a red. Maybe they were just indecisive what they wanted. Maybe they're just feeling a little different on different days, want to pop the center caps out. They're feeling like, you know, I want a black center cap day or I want a red center cap day. What do you think we should go with? Black? All right, we'll go ahead and open up one of the black ones here. Again, trying to keep all this packaging nice because it's cool that we get to open all the stuff first, but I want to, you know, I want people to be excited when they get their stuff in, let them open it up. As I was saying before, it's not standard for these wheels that come with center caps, and these center caps do get a little expensive on top of an already expensive set of wheels. The good news is that if you order stuff through Martini Works, you can get up to 0% financing on a lot of this stuff through things like Affirm. So if you don't have the money right now, you don't want to worry about building any sort of interest or anything like that, you want to pay it off over time, that is an option for you. We actually have a ton of different financing options available on Martini Works for you to check out. So go ahead and check it out for yourself if you've been looking at getting a new set of wheels that maybe just a little bit out of reach, or maybe you got wheels and you want to make sure you have some suspension or tires to go with it. It's a great option for you. So we're gonna go ahead and put these beautiful flat black center caps in here, see if there's a specific area we should line these up in. Looks like the JWL VIA is right down here. Go ahead, line this up to the best of my ability. There we go. Woo! That's those ain't coming out. Those aren't coming out on the street, but they add so much to the overall look of that wheel. Look at that, that is just freaking gorgeous. Now, one of the questions we get all the time, especially when it comes to multi-piece wheels and 3-piece wheels specifically, it's like, they are expensive wheels. What's the reason that you would go with such an expensive set of wheels when you get maybe something a little bit cheaper, or you can get like the same design, for instance, like we talked about the CR Kiwami, why would you go with a multi-piece setup? Well, specifically for cars, if you're looking for a specific type of fitment, let's say you want to go with something really aggressive, a little out of the norm, you can't find a single piece version of that somewhere. Multi-piece wheels are going to have your back on that, especially if they can be customized. When it comes to wide body cars or cars with over fenders, you're probably going to have to go with something multi-piece because those are the only things that give you such an aggressive offset or such an aggressive width or the combination of both to be able to fill out such a huge area. Otherwise, you're going to be running things like adapters and spacers to push that out. And sometimes a lot of people just don't want to do that. So that's why you would go with something like a multi-piece wheel. Now again, unfortunately that does come with the additional cost. This set of wheels alone, minus the center caps, you're looking right around $3,300, $3,400 for the setup that's going on this Nissan 370Z, which, not gonna lie, that's an expensive set of wheels, but I truly do think you are getting your money's worth when it comes to a work multi-piece set of wheels, especially the 3-piece CR, because this is such a classic design, it's a timeless design that I think looks good on a wide variety of vehicles, not just Japanese cars, but you put this wheel on anything, it's pretty much guaranteed to look good. It's such a good design to it, and they've absolutely knocked it out of the park with this wheel. So with all that being said, if you are interested in checking out what is available for the work Emotion line or anything in the work line of wheels, we can get them for you. We've had plenty of work wheels here on the Martini Works Unbox channel, and I'm super pumped anytime we get to look at a set coming in. So if you're trying to find a set for yourself, you need some help picking out some fitment, you need to know what's available, hit us up over at Martini Works, shoot us a message, check out the site. Carissa's on that little chat window pretty much 24/7, so if you message someone and you're not talking to a computer, you're probably talking to her. So if you're interested at all, make sure to check it out at martiniworks.com. I'm Giles. Thank you all so much for watching. If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure to do so and check out all the other stuff we got going on the other channels, Martini Works Podcast and the official Martini Works channel. I'm gonna go ahead, get this packaged back up the best that I can so we can make our customer nice and happy.